Well, hello everyone. My name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that's about 5 minutes long, and sometimes they're famous authors and sometimes it gives you something to think about, and some of the stories are funny too. Well, today's story is inspirational. Oh my goodness, I love this story. And it's in a book called Flowers in the Wind by Robert Coos. And here's what he's saying. There's nothing wrong with being rich as long as we are generous. And he's saying we should take the gifts that we've been given and develop them. That means that we are to grow and flourish and never stagnate. As long as we have life, we should be changing in a positive direction. So, some people are lazy. They are content to be mediocre in their approach to life. Others get into a rut in their lives from which they never get out. Others think that perhaps they are too old to grow, that growth is something only for people who are young, children, and youth. So here's a very inspirational example of a woman who developed her talents when she was over 70 years old, and her name is Grandma Moses. She is an American folk artist extraordinaire. Anne Mary Robertson was born on a farm in 1860 in Greenwich, New York, one of 10 children. When she was 27, Anna married a hired hand by the name of Thomas Salmon Moses. Thomas and Anna went to live on a farm in Virginia and had 10 children, 5 of whom died in birth. In 1905, the couple went to live in Eagle Bridge, New York. Thomas died in 1927, but Anna continued to farm with the help of one of her sons. Anna, in addition to being a mother and farmer, loved to make something from nothing. For example, she would take scraps of cloth and turn them into beautiful quilts. She loved to embroider, but she had to abandon that when she developed arthritis. When she was in her 70s, Anna began to paint. She told reporters that she began to paint when she wanted to make the postman a Christmas gift. Anna said that painting was easier than baking a cake over a hot stove. Anna's art was known as primitive art, and she liked to give her pieces to family and friends. Well, over 30 years, she produced over 3,600 canvas paintings. In 1938, a New York art collector saw her little paintings displayed in a drugstore, priced from $3 to $5. The collector bought all the paintings and went to visit Anna. The following year, 3 of Anna's paintings were included in a contemporary unknown American painters collection at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. This soon led to her own showing called What a Farm Wife Painted. Soon Anna began to be called Grandma Moses, and the art collectors from all over the world clamored to get one of her paintings. Soon her paintings were found on Christmas cards and tiles and fabrics not only in the United States, but all over the world. Her 1943 paintings, called Sugaring Off, sold for $1.2 million. Grandma Moses, who always insisted that she was much prouder of her preserves and family than she was of her paintings, received many honors in her life from presidents, universities, magazines, and other sources. Grandma Moses died in 1961 when she was 101 years old. The story of Grandma Moses is truly inspirational. It is especially wonderful to know that some of the best and most creative years can be when we are older. Probably none of us will ever achieve the fame of Grandma Moses, and that's okay. All of us, however, are called to grow and flourish as people. All of us are called to approach this life filled with wonder and dreams and enthusiasm. So I can identify this a little bit in that I was a nurse for 40 years. We retired up here to the north. And then I was inspired to go back to school to study to be a minister. And I was at the age of 64 when I entered the seminary. And I think it's interesting that my classmates called me Moses. And it's because I was maybe 15 or 20 years older than most of the people in my class, and certainly older than my professors. And so I thought this was really interesting that this lady was called Moses. Just as a thought, I did look up on the internet her paintings, Grandma Moses paintings. They are extraordinary. I really loved her art. So take a moment to go onto the internet, look up Grandma Moses paintings, and you'll see why she became so famous. So have a great week and blessings on your day. Thanks so much for taking 5.